POV, you or me laying in bed on a night. Baby's finally asleep and you're scrolling Pinterest. You come across this beautiful image. Not I, you physically get up from your bed, so inspired. You have to make this. And this is that piece of clothing. Isn't it beautiful? Like, seriously, this is from Clowncore Clothing on Etsy. Like, thank you for making this, honestly, because this is like, I'm inspired by this. Like, I want this. I do have a time limit. I would prefer to make this in time for my daughter's first birthday, which at this point is in about a month. So I kind of feel like I'm cutting myself short on this to like try and make this, but I want it. And even if I can't make it in time for her birthday, I can still have it as like a fun spring, summery, like cutesy little thing. But I'm just taking inspiration from this because I found this pattern on moodfabrics.com on their Society blog. I didn't even know they had these. Like, explore Mood's Society page because there's gems in there that I didn't even think about or like I haven't even seen. Like, look at this shit. Like, imagine half and half sailor pants with like stripes and like diamonds. So obviously I have to make it. I already bought my fabric. Again, this is color block, so well, not color blocky per se, but like kinda, you know. So I already ironed this out. I have my way I'm going to cut it. I'm basically going to cut it into about 4-inch strips so I can do one leg as a stripe panel, and then I will offset those stripes to make diamonds, and the other half will be diamond. First thing after this is cutting these into strips and printing off my pattern, which I haven't done yet. So printing montage. So I cut one color of fabric strips and I have my pattern. So let's cut the rest of these strips and get this piece together, right? Oh. What are you talking about? That didn't take like 3 hours and I accidentally cut my pink fabric longer than my other fabrics. So then I had to go back and fix the pink fabric. No, that didn't happen. You're making that up. Stop looking at me, script! It's later now. I took a nap. I cut all my pieces out. I think it's time to get started. One thing I do want to do first is check what color order I want these in, because if I break the pattern, I'm gonna be mad at myself and everyone else will be mad at me too. Sorry, I'm just telling the truth. But let's see, what do we have? I was thinking all these colors go well together, except maybe the purple. It's very light, so I do not want it next to the white. They're not friends. Yellow. I feel like yellow washes white out, and the opposite. How about white, blue? I feel like yellow and blue look good together. Yellow, purple, pink. And then it'll repeat. White, blue, yellow, purple, pink. Don't let me forget that, because if it does, then disaster happens. So, I'm going to take you over to my sewing machine. Welcome to my sewing machine. Again, I'm scared of messing up the pattern, so I'm just going to take one and the other, the next color next to it, and I'm just going to stitch with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Just keep going until I feel like it's enough. Which will probably be the whole thing, since I forgot to measure how much yardage I need for this. So hopefully it's 5, because I got 1-inch increments of each color. 1 yard increments of each color, and I cut them all up, so that's 5 yards. So fingers crossed that'll be enough. I've made pants with less before, so I'm pretty sure that's enough, but just in case, if I end up making a dumb mistake, make me look dumb here. Thanks, editor. Thanks me. I'm gonna regret that later. So, down to sew. Oh, don't worry. I had to stop sewing earlier than I even thought. Okay, literally, this always happens when I put away my mic and stuff, so I have to set up everything all over again. Guess what I found out? So I'm holding the yellow up to here, and look what doesn't match. Like, by a significant margin. End up making a dumb mistake, make me look dumb here. And I already cut all of it. And I didn't even bother to, like, check if everything else fit, but, like, yeah, the yellow is the only problem, child. Good news, at least out of this, is the pink and the purple are the correct lengths, but the yellow was kind of the one I was the most excited about. I normally don't like yellow, but I'm coming around to it a little bit, but it's betrayed me, so now I hate it again. Just kidding. I have two options. One, go to the store, get more yellow, and start over, or deal with it. I might go the latter, because I don't want to go to the fucking store again. Because depending on the position of this, it'll fit, like, the length and stuff. It fits the crotch. That's about it. Depending on how much yellow is in here, maybe doing a patchwork thing, like take a second strip of yellow and sew it right sides together to make an even longer strip of yellow. This is a reminder to, one, wash your fabric before you start, and two, always make sure you're cutting it on the right grain length, whatever. Because I swore I did, but apparently not. Double check it. I believe what I must do now is sew it. Which I also just realized, since I'm piecing together pieces, I need to find a way to finish the inside. I have three options. I can make a lining, which, not a terrible idea. I might do that just because there's like light colors and you can easily see through it. Okay, never mind. There's only one option. I can make a lining. But in case you're wondering, the other two options were to French seam everything. The last option was like pinking shears or like bias binding or some other type of finishing thing. But I already decided lining, so forget that. But thing is, I need to find a suitable lining fabric, which shouldn't be hard. I need to stash bust anyway. So, I'm still mad at myself that I let this happen, but whatever, learning a lesson. And now, time for snip snip. Ooh, I love snip. Ooh, snip snip. Yeah. You can't see him, he's right there. Welcome to my itty bitty table. I'm trying to be quiet since it's kinda late. But I have stripes and I need to make them diamonds. So from what I saw on Cetrix's TikTok, what I need to do is measure 45 degree and like cut stripes along that, but they didn't specify like how wide they should be. So I don't know if I need them wider or not as wide as I did the original stripes. I'm just gonna start with this. And this does have markings for 45 degrees. That's 45 degrees? Wow. I can just draw lines that are spaced apart the right amount. Ooh. You know, having this the right way around would help for... I'm going to try it with like this corner first, just to see if it works. And I'm just going to do 4 inches like I did for the original. This will be annoying as hell of a cut, though, I know it. I will say having this like quilter square is very handy to like have around. Get my scissors and snip these apart.
Okay, so apparently what you do is you just offset it like this. I mean, this is a terrible example since I didn't finish this one, but I think I get the idea. Probably need to stitch these two since they're too short, but like I think I'm getting how it works, but just to give myself an example and to see if like the pattern lines up well, I am going to sew these like this. Okay, I purposely did not look at this so I could get a good reaction. Not great. It does not line up the very best, but like, I'm not absolutely despising how it looks. Of course, I would like to line it up like better, but there's nothing I can really do besides like start all over, and I don't want to do that. Do you want to do that? Be my guest if you want to do that. For what I'm going for, that's supposed to be like fun and on a time crunch, I think this will be fine. Plus, the colors are kind of what I'm after. If the pattern doesn't like look absolutely fucking perfect, then like I'm not gonna worry about it. You know what? I'm going to try it one more time, and if it doesn't get better than this, I'm just gonna keep doing this like over and over again. Okay, still not perfect, but like I think it's good enough. Surprisingly, it takes up more fabric than I thought. Oh, who would have thought chopping up fabric and sewing it back together would take up fabric? You know what I mean.
And now it's time for Rachel Forgot Something.
Brief intermission to remind you to clean your art room or clean your space because I found 3 One Piece cards that are card booster packs that I didn't know I had. And so we're going to open them. I opened this one already, but it'll be a surprise to me what I got. Cerberus, Red Smoke Ichiji, Gilded Testo from Film Gold, you can't see, Kuzan, Denjiro, and then Smoke Yonji, 2 of Sanji's brothers. Nothing at all, nothing happened. But I will never doubt a woman's tears. Count Battler, Asia from Sky Island, and Vanderdecken. Of course, that's the shiny one. Vanderdecken sucks, but I won't complain about a shiny. That one was from the Wings of the Captain pack. John Giant. Ooh, Onikichi, that's Brooks. Disguise in Wano. I like that one. Okay, not shiny. Bunny Joe, Revolutionary Army. I don't know this guy, but his name is Bunny Joe. Dalmatian, the Navy, General Dalmatian. Gamma Knife, Dragon Claw, Hack from the Revolutionary Army as well. I don't know Revolutionaries. Kotori from Sky Island. Nepatari Cobra, nice. Revolutionary Army HQ. And Couture Patchwork. No, wait, there's one more, sorry. Oh, Limburg from Revolutionary Army, that's cool. This is 500 Years in the Future pack. What do we got? Boa Marigold, I like her. Blue Jam from the Goa Kingdom. Gizmonda, one of the guys, CP0. Slow Beam Sword, that's pretty neat. Koala, oh, that's so cute. Dice, it's from Film Gold, I think. Keep Out from Impel Down, it's a move. Joseph from CP0, 2 CP0s on this one. Shaka, I like Shaka. Oh, Robin, that's a beautiful card. If I do say so myself, like look at that. Oh my god, I love Robin. And Perfume Femur, it's a hollow. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. Ooh, Jory Bonnie, the one's like big hollow. Not hollow, but you know what I mean. Thanks for opening these with me.
We hope you enjoyed Rachel Forgot Something. Okay, now that I am done forgetting something, I am ironing out my pretty diamonds and putting my pattern on there. I do my best to pattern match, but I'm not gonna guarantee it's gonna be perfect. Ooh, magic.
Welcome to my living room. I thought this was one thing, but it's another. It's a Duna cover, as the Australians say it. It's a Duna cover, so it's 2 layers. I'm going to use this as the lining for my pants. I'm going to cut this out, but first I need to unpick it so it's 1 layer instead of 2.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm just cutting out my lining fabric. I am shortening the legs a little bit just so the lining won't be seen throughout the front side, but yeah, just cutting this out, snip, you know the drill. Now I'm sewing it together. I will realize once I'm done with this, I just wasted a bunch of time, but you will see. So I'm trying on my lining to see if it fits, and you might think, oh, a little bit tight, but it looks alright. That's not working. Especially around the butt. I don't know what happened. I swear I measured myself correctly, but apparently not. What do I need to do? Since this is a lining, I'm gonna experiment. So I'm thinking I can seam rip down here because this is kind of tight down here too. I can seam rip down here to the bottom and add like a 2-inch panel just to like give it some room.
Ugh, I hate doing alterations.
End up making a dumb mistake, make me look dumb here. Okay, moment of truth after like an hour. Let's see if this actually fits. It is better. Is it like absolutely perfect? I don't think so. The legs do fit a lot better. The waist is a lot more comfortable. I think for Miss Thing over here for the final piece, I think what I need to do is do what I did on this one basically, but a little bit more. So for the inside, I use 2.5 inch strips, and for this side, I use like 2 3/4 inch strips. I think up it to 3 inches for each one, because I think that'll do it. This is also a lesson in don't just assume your sizes, look at the actual size chart, because if I looked at the actual size chart instead of just assuming, oh, I'm size 18 because that's what my pant size is, no. Look at the size chart. It'll like actively tell you like the measurements that you need, or like the measurements that they're gonna be, and the measurements that like go based off of your own. So if I would have actually like, I don't know, looked, I would have known that I should have cut this out in a size 20 or 22 to be honest, and I just cut it out in an 18. That's like 2 sizes too small at least. So this is my reminder to everyone that sews and like it's just like willy-nilly, oh, I'm gonna cut out whatever. Check your sizes. Check your sizes. And also check your bobbin. If you haven't checked your bobbin yet, check your bobbin. Just a reminder. Yeah, this is a lesson in double checking, triple checking before you cut, because it'll save you time and energy and effort and everything if you just do it right the first time. One thing I didn't show you was the straps. And I have a blue and purple and a yellow and purple, because one thing I forgot about these pants is that the straps go up here and then you tie them up at the shoulder to be like cute. So I'm excited about that. Although I'm a little concerned that they'll be a little bit short, but like what's in another like week of work at this point. By the way, time frame wise, it is May 20th. I still have like roughly a month to get this done. I'm pretty confident I can get it done. I will basically just replicate what I did to these on the colorful ones. I just had them. I'll replicate this onto this. It might look a little awkward on the stripe side since there's already stripes, but I think on the diamond side it'll add like a nice little accent. Wow, I love sewing the side seams of my mistakes. By the way, I don't think this is how you actually do it, I'm just improvising. Also, I did the pockets a little bit differently. I cut the opening of the pocket of the lining a little bit more so I could fold it over and like create a nice little like separation to like for like color. You know what I mean. I'm folding over the access to make it a nice binding, but also to like make it look nicer, you know? Wow, look at me struggling with my tripod. I love this thing. Anyway, I am sewing on the pockets. I will discover later that I sewed them on wrong, so double check that everything is where it's supposed to be. Also say hello to Marilyn, Miss Chomp Chomp over here with her hay. Hello. Here I am trying them on for the first time after sewing the lining to the main pants, and now you can see that I discovered I sewed the pockets on wrong, so I need to undo all that work I just did. Yay, I love sewing. Just kidding. I love sewing. Finally, sewing the pockets on the right way around this time. Yay. Here's pant. Jesus stole my microphone. You can thank him for that. I should hem this before I put it inside. Let's hem it. I did steal my microphone back from Jesus, so you are welcome. I am hemming it now. Oh, also, I tried to use an invisible zipper foot on my machine to install my invisible zipper. Not great. So, if you are curious if you should try a different feat for your machine that you've never tried before, I would recommend it, but I won't guarantee that every foot will work with your machine, because this one didn't for mine, so I had to do it by hand. One thing I completely neglected for these silly little pants that I just remembered at the last minute is I need buttons, but should I do the silliest, stupidest little thing right now? I'm in my shop, or my dad's shop, where I have my extra supplies. What if I replace the buttons with pom-poms? I'm gonna see if I can find them, and if not, I don't want to go to the store. If I know myself, I would put pom-poms on craft items. I have Gay Rat Puzzle, watercolors, a lot of tie-dye that I did not know about. There's my Duskull little guy I made for Jesus. Fucking lie, there's no craft items in here. Oh wait, maybe it's in here. This is like miniature stuff. No, just miniatures. Surprise. I'm pretty sure this is overstock stuff. Just, stuff not very useful to me. I swear I had another bin. See one more over there. Let's look. What are you? Bells. Googly eyes. Ooh, I have 4. I need 12. Well, I found the pom-poms. I thought I had more than this. Apologies for the absolutely terrible lighting, unlike the terrible lighting that's been throughout this whole video. I'm not apologizing for that, I'm just apologizing for this. Also, peep my new haircut. I like it a lot. It's so light and airy and pretty. Anyway, I've actually had these pants finished for like a week or two at this point. I completely forgot about the buttons until I started editing, but I swear I bought white pom-poms at the store, but they just fucking up and left. So now it's either 4 little itty bitty pom-poms over on the top or whatever, like this, or no pom-poms. I was originally I just wanted to wrap this up and have no pom-poms because I don't think they're gonna make much of a difference. But now that I'm looking at them, I think they're making a little bit of a difference. That's cute. Here's my overhead shot of my pants. Look at how cute. I think this will actually complete the look because I think for these I'm just gonna spot clean them. Oh, also, for this year in particular, I made my little clothing tag. My clothing tag, it says handmade with love by Rachel Sparkles, and it has my tag at the bottom. I followed a tutorial on how to print on fabric using freezer paper. I did not follow the fact that you should soak this in vinegar, which apparently will help the ink stay, because I washed something else that had this in it and it completely faded away into the ether. So I'm gonna have to be careful washing this and treat my other tags with something to help them not do that. I think the pom-poms look cute. I'm gonna do it. It'll be 5 more minutes of work. And sewing time. And after 5 minutes of sewing on these silly little pom-poms and making something that I had a little spoiler for in the beginning of the video, I now present to you what I call my silly little outfit. I hope you enjoy.
What an exhausting day. Today was Babby's birthday, and she fell asleep right when she was supposed to eat cake and open presents, but it's fine. We had fun anyway. But how did my project go? All things considered, I'm satisfied with what I made, but obviously I wish some things were different. Like, obviously, I wish I had cut out my pattern the correct size so I wouldn't have to improvise, but it's fine. Lesson learned, and to always remember to measure yourself and cut the correct size of pattern for what size you are. My machine was acting up during making this. I'm pretty sure you could see in a couple of the sewing footages, my machine was like bunching the fabric. I think my tension was super off, so my tension still like looks a little bit off when I like hold this up in a certain way. But ironing and like repairing some of the parts that are like really messed up really helped. I kind of regret not showing how I made the shirt. I mean, you just follow the instructions on Mood's like Society blog. This is also from there. I remember when I said it was a little spoiler in the like sample image of the pants, it also had it paired with this shirt, and I was like, that's really cute. I want to try my own version of it. So yeah, for the sleeves, I just use bias binding on the ends to like make them more colorful and match the pants. One regret with this, I kind of wish I also sized up on the sleeves at least. I have jiggly fat arms, and they get a little constrained in this type of sleeve where it's like fitted and then flares out. You see that? My arms get a little bit caught in here and like a little bit tight, but you know, it's fine. For something I made in like 2 weeks, I'm proud of myself. I think that's everything. Go make something today and have a good day. I'm working on a couple of more videos, so hopefully I will be able to get something out in a timely manner because I have a big project coming up. So I'm excited, but also a little bit overwhelmed. Hee hee. So I will see you, and I will tell you more about my big project later. All right. See you later. Bye-bye.